The Federal Emergency Management Agency is currently considering changes to the way flood insurance is regulated.
Listen to this. The average cost of flood insurance in 2018 was about $700 a year through the National Flood Insurance Program. That price could not only increase, but more people could be required to buy it because of these changes.
With recent flooding in our area, WATE 6 on Your Side reporter Kristen Gallant spoke to experts and those who would be impacted most by this change.
Yeah, guys, areas like Middlesboro, Kentucky were hit hard by recent flooding this past weekend, and days later, they're still trying to clean up the mess. Places like Buttery's floor covering in Bell County had flood insurance to cover some of their losses, but the price of flood insurance is just another big hit for small businesses.
We need to order new carpet. We need to order new materials.
Buttery's floor coverings in Bell County, Kentucky is still dealing with the aftermath of flooding last weekend.
Still got a lot to do, trying to run the store and do the cleaning.
Manager Sheila Lynch said they had about 17 inches of water in their building that caused a lot of damage. They're now waiting on insurance to help.
We have to wait on a CPA to come in, so we're having to hold everything. Store it, find places for it until whoever that is comes, and don't know how long that'll be.
Flood insurance is required by the government if you live in a special flood hazard area like Middlesboro, and more properties could fall under that umbrella in the coming year.
When you look at the properties that FEMA has currently put as big flood risks, that is vastly underestimated. We saw about a 281% increase in the number of properties that should actually be considered at risk for flood than are currently considered at risk for flood.
With FEMA currently considering these changes, newly added properties would be required to purchase flood insurance or increase their coverage limits. Current flood premiums would rise dramatically because of the updated risk. It's a big change to flood insurance, but the increase in pricing is one Sheila says she sees every year.
It's increased tremendously from last year, what we paid this year for it. So it's going to impact quite hard if it increases again just because of this. And it increased it without us, having any claims.
Now, manager at Buttery's floor covering, Sheila Lynch, says their customers have been very patient as their company has to wait for insurance to cover their losses. She says though flood insurance is expensive, it's worth it for their business. Lori?
All right, Kristen, thank you. And we're told flood insurance is regulated where it can only go up 18% every year, but that increase can happen every year. These changes by FEMA could go into effect, we're told, as early as October.